participation in politics will be carefully considered. He reiterated his administration's commitment to policies that promote equity, inclusion, and broader representation for women in governance.
2-3% growth, economic growth, and for all of this period, those kind of growth cannot really take us out of poverty. We can't take enough people out of poverty with 2-3% growth. We must have double-digit growth for at least a decade before we can be there. But the foundational issues, which is federalism, not unitary type of government, and also multi-party democracy, those are very fundamental.
Earlier in her address, the leader of TOS Foundation, Mrs. Osasu Oguche, called for stronger legislative measures to boost women's participation in politics, urging the Oyo State government to back the reserved seats for women being.
This is a reform whose time has come. We believe that when women are involved in governance, that we would improve our economy as a whole, and this nation will prosper because of it. Because women are empathically designed to legislate with, obviously, empathy, but also to legislate with the thinking of their community, at the forefront. Women are going to think of their lived experiences of what it is like to be pregnant, what it is like to fend for their children when they're on the decision-making table.
She emphasized that enhancing women's political visibility will not only strengthen democracy, but also contribute to improved national development outcomes. Olalekan Sulaiman, BCOS News.
Members of the public have been reminded that stigmatizing individuals living with HIV and AIDS is a criminal offense which attracts legal consequences. The coordinating director, Oyo State Agency for the Control of AIDS, Oyo SACA, Dr. Wale Falana, and the State Technical Officer, Damien Foundation, Mr. Muideen Issa, disclosed this while discussing the topic, Review of War Against HIV and AIDS, on the BCOS News Magazine program, Saturday Special. BCOS reporter Fedora Folagboye monitored the program and has the details.
The global fight against HIV and AIDS has seen significant progress, yet challenges persist. A review of the war against HIV and AIDS reveals milestones achieved, obstacles overcome, and the continued need for the awareness, prevention, and treatment efforts to end the epidemic. Discussing the topic on BCOS Saturday Special, the coordinating director, Oyo State Agency for the Control of AIDS, OISACA, Dr. Wale Falana, commended the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, for approving 10,000 free treatment slots for HIV and AIDS victims through the Oyo State Health Insurance Agency, OISA, stating that this gesture has significantly alleviated their burden. He further emphasized the need to avoid stigmatization, noting that individuals often avoid testing due to fear of social exclusion, and urged employers to refrain from inquiring about an applicant's HIV status during the hiring process.
We want the pregnant women, when they are pregnant, so that they will have healthy babies without HIV. That's why we are doing PMTCT. We call Preventing Mother to Child Transfusion. So and that's why we are encouraging our pregnant women, to go for antenatal clinic, so that when they are tested and they are positive, we know how to do. We have people we call mentor mothers. Those that have been there before, they will take care of them. And once they start their treatment and they have their baby, the babies will not be HIV positive. They will have HIV, they will be negative. So it's not compulsory that someone that has HIV, pregnant will have HIV baby. By the time we put all these things, and it's working, we're above 90%. By the time we are putting all these things to work, when you don't have new infections again, gradually it will go.
Also featuring on the program, the State Technical Officer, Damien Foundation, Mr. Muideen Issa, emphasized that integrating tuberculosis treatment with HIV services is crucial for eradicating HIV, as TB is a leading cause of death among people living with HIV, and it is impossible to eliminate HIV without addressing TB. He noted that it is possible to live with HIV without transmitting it, as long as the individual adheres strictly to their prescribed medication, emphasizing that carriers should not deny their status and should consistently take their drugs to keep the virus undetected.
Globally, they have observed that for you to be able to eradicate HIV in any state, in any country, there are best practices of what we have observed globally. And these are, you need to integrate TB and HIV, and even another opportunistic infection. Of course, there is no how you can eradicate HIV without TB. I will give you a statistic now. If 10 people among those living with HIV, if you have 10 deaths today, if you go and do, okay, what's responsible for the deaths? I mean, the death of those 10 people living with HIV. I will give you for free, which is what we can all verify. 5 to 6 of these people will come down with TB. TB is the main killer of people living with HIV.
They both encourage people to get tested, stating that testing is free, and cautioned against stigmatizing those living with HIV, emphasizing the need to reduce stigma. Fedora Afolagwe, BCOS News.
In a bid to sensitize and educate women on menopause, the Menopause Support Initiative, MSI, hosted a program themed Menopause, Know Your Pause, aimed at empowering women with knowledge on managing the transition effectively and promoting their overall well-being. The event, which brought together women from various walks of life, took place at BCOS Pensioners Hall, Iliakede, Orita Bashoro, Ibadan. Again, Fedora Fulagwe files in the details.
The Menopause Supportive Initiative, MSI, a non-governmental organization dedicated to supporting women going through menopause, hosted its sensitization program in Oyo State for the first time and is taken into multiple states within the same year. The program, established 3 years ago, aims to educate women on menopause and how to manage it effectively. The event began with medical checkups, followed by a workout session, a sensitization walk, and a lecture series, all designed to raise awareness and encourage healthy living. Founder of the initiative, pharmacist Musumola Dosumu, shared the experience that inspired MSI. She explained that she began menopause at 42 and faced depression and forgetfulness during the transition. These challenges motivated her to create the initiative to help other women understand that menopause is not an illness and does not limit their potential.
There are over 20 million Nigerian women above the age of 45 that are suffering in silence. Most women think when they get to this stage, it is fetish, it's spiritual. They don't even know what is wrong with them. They don't know where to go to. But Menopause Support Initiative has created a comfort zone for every Nigerian woman.
In a welcome address, the Oyo State team lead of MSI, pharmacist Amidat Atere Akeokereke, said the program was designed to celebrate women's strength and resilience. She added that the initiative aims to support women through the life changes they experience and ensure they feel empowered and informed.
This event is a celebration of women's strength, resilience, and determination to take control of our lives.
Leading the first lecture, consultant psychologist Dr. Bumi Fola Bulumoli encouraged women to prioritize their mental health throughout the menopausal transition. She advised them to practice self-care regularly and maintain a strong circle of supportive individuals. Following this, women's health specialist Dr. Kehinde Ugudairu stressed the value of quality sleep, urging participants to create calm, comfortable spaces and be mindful of their overall sleep patterns.
Mental health is a state of well-being in which a woman, number one, recognizes her own potentials. Number two, can cope with normal stresses of life. Number three, can work productively.
I think that most of the time we don't have what we call sleep pattern in Nigeria. I feel that we need to create a sleep pattern. You know they are going to be sleeping by 9 p.m. Make sure it is 9 p.m.
Some participants shared the knowledge they gained from the program, noting that the sessions improved their understanding of menopause and its management. The event was well attended by dignitaries, including the chairman of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, Mrs. Dotun Olaiton, who was represented by the Director of Finance and Accounts, Mrs. Mary Adewale, as well as representatives from the International Society of Substance Use Prevention and the Oyo State Health Insurance Agency, all of whom gave their goodwill messages. The program also featured gift presentations, a panel session, a question and answer segment, and a group photograph. Fedora Afolagbe, BCOS News.
You're watching news around the world on BCOS television. We have a short commercial break. Please stay tuned.
It's the Indomie Eat and Win promo. The more you eat, the more you win. How to win? Buy the Indomie Eat and Win promo pack. Find the promo code inside. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win. Enter your promo code and start earning points fast for a chance to win exciting gifts and 1 million naira cash every week for a lucky winner. So hurry now, eat and win. Let the winning begin. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care with 5 oils and 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce appearance of stretch marks in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care for your shade of beautiful.
Many thanks for staying tuned. Former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, SAN, has stated that his session with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, after being invited for interrogation, ended on a positive note. Posting on his X account today, Malami confirms that he had been released and scheduled for another meeting with investigators. He stressed that the reality behind the fabricated allegations leveled against him would become clearer with time. The former Justice Minister was invited by the EFCC to answer questions over alleged misconduct during his tenure. Ahead of his appearance, Malami had said he intended to comply fully with the agency's summons as part of his commitments to transparency and responsible leadership. The Nigerian Correctional Service, Oyo State Command, held a colorful pull-out parade in honor of the outgoing Controller of Corrections, CC Ayola Okpadeji, at the state headquarters in Agodi, Ibadan. The event, which drew senior officers, staff, family members, and dignitaries, marks the official conclusion of CC Ayola Okpadeji's meritorious years of service to the nation. Staff reporter Bemisola Adebayo reports.
CC Okpadeji Ayola began his career with the then Nigerian Prison Service in 1990 as a prison assistant, and through dedication and hard work, rose to the rank of Controller of Corrections. After a distinguished 35-year career, the Oyo State Command organized a pull-out parade to celebrate a man many described as diligent, committed, and exemplary in service. In her welcome address, the Assistant Controller General of Corrections and Zonal Coordinator, Zone F Headquarters, Ibadan, ACG Iyabode Olioli, paid glowing tributes to CC Okpadeji, describing him as disciplined, focused, and reform-driven. She noted that Okpadeji's leadership brought remarkable improvements to custodial operations, inmate welfare, staff development, and interagency collaboration.
Mission of distinguished 35 years career were to celebrate the legacy built on purpose, discipline, and humility. Controller Okpadeji, joining from the service, entry rank to the esteemed position of Controller of Correction, stand as a powerful testament to what can be achieved through hard work, honor, and steadfast devotion to duty.
In his remarks, CC Okpadeji Ayola expressed profound gratitude to the service and to officers of the Oyo State Command for their cooperation throughout his years of duty. He said it was fulfilled to be retiring at a time meaningful reforms are repositioning both custodial and non-custodial operations nationwide, as he further urged officers to remain committed to discipline, professionalism, and service to humanity, stressing their role is central to national security and inmate rehabilitation.
The officers recruited in my set that remarkable year of 1990, I'm deeply humbled to be the only one who attained this rank over the course of these 35 years. Many of my colleagues have passed away, and some have faced disciplinary dismissal. Others left the service for various reasons. As I stand here today, I'm acutely aware that this achievement is not by my power or wisdom, but by the grace of Almighty God alone.
Goodwill messages from controllers across various states, representatives of sister agencies, and notable guests described the celebrant as a dependable and hardworking officer whose absence will be deeply felt within the service. The ceremony featured a ceremonial march past, presentation of goodwill messages, and the symbolic escorting of the outgoing controller out of the command premises. Bimsola Adebayo, BCOS News.
The Government College Ibadan Old Boys Association, GCIOBA, today welcomed its distinguished alumnus and Nobel laureate, Professor Wale Soyinka, as part of the association's drive to inspire the next generation of leaders and uplift the nation. During the ceremony, GCIOBA President Dr. Wale Babalakin, alongside other senior members, received Professor Soyinka with pomp, pageantry, and guards of honor. BCOS reporter Olamiposi Ishola has the details.
The Nobel laureate, Professor Wale Soyinka, was received by the President, Government College Ibadan Old Students Association, Dr. Wale Babalakin, and other prominent members of the association with a guard of honor.
I'm Guard Commandant Fleming Yas from Government College Cadet. Government College Cadet Force. Guard, come up ready for your inspection, sir.
Thereafter, Professor Soyinka also inspected some projects facilitated by GCIOBA worth billions of naira.
This is them. This is Oguchi. This is Adela. This is JP. This is Ayo. This is Wale.
At the program, Professor Wale Soyinka, a 1946 graduate of Government College Ibadan, class of 46, expressed his gratitude to the GCIOBA for the honor extended to him. The Nobel laureate then toured several multi-billion naira projects that association has funded, commending GCIOBA for its impact on both infrastructure and academic standards at Government College Ibadan. Professor Soyinka urged students to stay focused on their studies despite any obstacles, sharing personal antidotes of perseverance.
It's not because he's here. He must really give some kudos to the old boys, because it was their initiative and they undertook it. They had a project in mind, which is just raising the status, both visual and intellectual, academic of this school. And if your hands were not busy, I would say, give them people do something.
The president, Gisilba, Dr. Wale Babalakin, echoed the sentiment, saying the visit underscores the association's commitment to motivating learners. Dr. Babalakin reiterated that the program will further encourage students in their academic pursuits.
He's taking time from his extremely busy schedule to come back to his alma mater. We're extremely grateful to him. And we hope you will all see him as an inspiration to do well in your studies, and so as the next generation will be equally very proud of you. Please welcome Wole Soyinka.
Another prominent member, Dr. Kolade Mushoro, lauded Professor Soyinka's leadership, expressed pride in the Alumni Association with him.
And many more who are not coming to this place to bring you plenty of inspiration. Just like you, he was like you in 1946 when he came into government college. He was the smallest in his class and the youngest in his class.
The event highlighted Gisilba's ongoing efforts to reshape society through mentorship, development projects, and the celebration of outstanding alumni. Olamiposi Ishola, BCOS News.
Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has been praised for his outstanding accomplishments in the education sector and for handing over the administration of Government College Ibadan to its old students. President of GCI OBA, Dr. Wale Babalakin, stated this in an interview with journalists during a program held in the school's premises. Again, Olamiposi Ishola reports.
College Ibadan was among the schools Governor Seyi Makinde afforded the privilege to administer the school's affairs. Today, the partnership and Makinde's educational policies have facilitated remarkable achievements at Government College Ibadan, courtesy of Alma Mater, while speaking with journalists at a program honoring Nobel laureates, Professor Wole Soyinka, Dr. Wale Babalakin, President of the Government College Ibadan, Old Students Association, expressed appreciation for Governor Makinde's decisive measures in education, which have encouraged all students to contribute to their alma mater.
First, we must give thanks to the government of Engineer Seyi Makinde that gave us the opportunity, first as a test run, to see how we could run the school, and later a concession agreement enabling us to run the school. We are extremely grateful for the opportunity. Secondly, what drove us to come in to reposition the school? We believe that by coincidence of life, we had the best education provided by the founders of Government College Ibadan. We had sort of education that was comparable, if not better, than most secondary schools out of the country, including England.
According to him, the leadership approach of Governor Makinde necessitated Gisilba to allocate close to 4 billion naira to the school project.
We should provide more fora like GCI for them to come and learn the 3 principles, and we need to elevate education. There is no Nigerian education. Education must compete worldwide. Anything we're doing that doesn't compete worldwide, we're wasting our time. And we believe that more old boys will come and visit us because of the transformation that the old boys have done to the school. And we must repeat our gratitude to Engineer Seyi Makinde for giving us this opportunity.
Dr. Babalakin urged the governor to sustain efforts in implementing its laudable education policies, particularly in fostering strategic partnerships with key stakeholders. Olami Posi, Ishola, BCOS News.
As a pivotal nation, Nigeria must prioritize political stability and economic growth, as its achievements will have far-reaching implications for development and set a positive standard for the rest of Africa. This was the key finding of international scholars who gathered at Emmanuel Alayande University of Education, or YOR, for the Faculty of Social Sciences 2025 International Congress. BCOS reporter Adeola Oladele, who was at the 500-seater lecture theatre of the university, now reports.
The first edition of the International Congress of Social Sciences at Emmanuel Alayande University of Education, or YOR, themed Development Problems in the Global Community, Rethinking the Social Sciences, aimed to chart fresh directions for addressing complex problems confronting the world today. Declaring the event open, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Lariwaju Olaniyan, characterized the Congress as a pivotal element of the university's academic growth and its contribution to national and global development.
One benefit of attending conferences is that you stand the opportunity of people saying what you have done, and on the basis of that, also inviting you to share your knowledge. So, conferences is not just about I go to present, it's about I shared my knowledge.
According to Professor Lalekan Ojedokun, the Dean of the Faculty of Social Science Education, the event was conceived in response to shifting global realities, where traditional economic, political, and social theories seem insufficient to address contemporary crises.
Our advice to our colleagues is that they have to update themselves. They have to update themselves, read more, because solutions come from reading. When they read, they also write. There is a slogan in the academia that if you don't publish, you will perish. And you should be feasible. If you are not feasible, you will vanish.
In the keynote address delivered on behalf of Professor Sat Obinyo of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Dr. Hakeem Ganiyu emphasized the pivotal role of social scientists in generating research that drives practical solutions and advocated for support and funding for such initiatives.
We have a lot of resources in Africa that we can turn to different products and different things that will make life to be lively for our citizens. But due to bad governance, poor accountability, the government could not translate those resources into benefit for citizens. If this can be done, I think Africa will be one of the best continents in the world.
One of the scholars presenting virtually from abroad, Professor Mia Perry of University of Glasgow, confirmed that sustainable development relies on inclusive community-driven educational systems that respond effectively to global needs. The climax of the event was the presentation of awards to distinguished social scientists, including Paola Iwola Olaogun, Chief Adekunle Ogunmola, and the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Lariwaju Olaniyan, in recognition of their outstanding contributions to scholarship and national development. Adeola Oladele, BCOS News.
We are due for another commercial break. Please don't go anywhere.
It's the Indomie Eat and Win promo. The more you eat, the more you win. How to win? Buy the Indomie Eat and Win promo pack. Find the promo code inside. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win. Enter your promo code and start earning points fast for a chance to win exciting gifts and 1 million naira cash every week for a lucky winner. So hurry now, eat and win. Let the winning begin. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil, my choice for my family.
Welcome back. Agility FM Gambari Ogbomoso has marked the commencement of its 2025 Father Christmas celebration, attracting a lively crowd of children, parents, and dignitaries from across the town. The event, hosted within the station's premises, featured music, dance, fun fair activities, and grand appearance of Father Christmas for the delighting of children who eagerly gathered to kick off the festive season. Our reporter, Oyefeso Olaita, was there. His report is presented by Bimbo Akambi.
The event held within the station's premises featured music, dance, fun fair activities, and grand appearance of Santa Claus, also known as Father Christmas, for the children who were eagerly gathered to kick off the festive season. While speaking with BCOS News, reporter at the station, Bale Falade High Chief Additional Unifade, represented by the duo of Otun Falade Baba Jacob Ademola and Jagun Falade Moses Akonde, lauded Agility FM radio as #1 in news and up-to-date programs. In her welcome address, head of channel Mrs. Kemi Ojelade said this year's celebration promises an enhanced experience with expanded activities designed to educate, entertain, and inspire children.
So want to appreciate the executive chairman of BCOS, Chief Mrs. Dotun Olaito, and the board members, and of course the management, for giving us a go-ahead, to organize this. It's a fun-filled one, though on the key, but we still appreciate God that it was awesome. And we are using this opportunity to call on parents, guidance, bring your words, your children, and to Father Christmas 2025, Father Christmas at Agility 92.1 FM, because there are lots of goodies, for you out there. So you come, they're expecting you, and you definitely enjoy yourself.
Chairman of the 2025 Christmas Committee, Mr. Adiremi Akomo, in his address, thanked community members, schools, parents, and sponsors for their unwavering support. He noted that the committee has worked tirelessly to ensure a safe, engaging, and memorable event for all participants. The management of Agility FM Gambari Ogbomoso emphasized that the Father Christmas Village will be opened throughout the festive period with daily attractions, including gift-giving sessions, games, talent showcases, and special appearances by the station's on-air personalities. Residents of Ogbomoso and its environs are encouraged to bring their children to partake in the celebration, which has become one of the most anticipated holiday events in the area.
Over now to the sports segment of the news. Please don't go away.
And thanks for joining us on the sports segment of the news. I am Boluwaji Ogumola. Nigeria will begin their preparations for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations with an international friendly against Egypt on the 14th of December in Cairo. Ahead of the encounter with the Pharaohs of Egypt, the Super Eagles will open a training camp in Cairo on the 10th of December as they fine-tune their readiness for the continental showpiece. Nigeria are using the Egypt friendly as a strategic rehearsal for their Group C fixture against Tunisia, another North African opponent. Nigeria will open their AFCON 2025 campaign against Tanzania on the 23rd of December before taking on Uganda in their final group stage match. The tournament kicks off on the 21st of December with host Morocco facing Comoros in the opening match. Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen trained with the rest of his Galatasaray squad on Friday ahead of the Istanbul derby with Fenerbahce. Osimhen has not made an appearance for his club since sustaining a hamstring injury on international duty with Nigeria 2 weeks ago. The 26-year-old Nigerian missed Galatasaray's away win at Istanbul Besiktas last weekend and the home loss to Union St. on Wednesday. The striker was pictured in training with his teammates on Friday, an indication that he is ready for action against Fenerbahce. The top of the table clash will hold at the Rams Park on Monday. Galatasaray topped the Super League table with 32 points after 13 rounds of matches, while Fenerbahce are 1 point behind. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca has confirmed that Cole Palmer is fit to start Chelsea's Premier League clash against Arsenal this weekend after more than 2 months on the sideline. The England forward has not played for the club since the 20th of September, initially messing with a groin problem before fracturing a toe. Chelsea boss Maresca told his pre-match press conference that Palmer is available to start Sunday's match at Stamford Bridge. Cole Palmer was Chelsea's top scorer in the Premier League last season with 15 goals. He has made just 4 appearances in all competitions for the club this season, scoring twice. Finally, the Iranian Football Federation have announced that they will boycott next week's World Cup finals draw in Washington because the United States refused to grant visas to several members of the delegation. Iran confirmed that on Tuesday, the United States declined to issue visas to several members of the delegation, including the president of the Federation, Mehdi Taj. On Thursday, Taj had denounced the decision as being a political one. Iran qualified for the World Cup in March, guaranteeing them a 4th successive appearance and 7th in their history. And that's sports this evening. Thanks for watching.
For the sports updates. On the foreign scene, an outpouring of grief swept Hong Kong today as thousands paid their respects and laid flowers for the 128 people killed in one of the city's deadliest fires. This marks the start of an official 3-day mourning period in the country. People from across the city flocked to a small park near the charred shell of Wang Fa Court, the residential complex that burned for more than 40 hours. Police said the death toll remained 128 and told newsmen that 44 of the dead were awaiting body identification. However, rescuers were still trying to sort out the situation of around 150 people who were reported missing and could not be contacted. To end news around the world, here again are the top stories. President Bola Tinubu has welcomed Nigeria's election into the Council of the International Maritime Organization for the 2026-2027 biennium. Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has restated his commitment to boosting women's participation in governance, declaring full support for initiatives that promote female inclusion in politics. We also told you that an outpouring of grief swept Hong Kong today as thousands paid their respects and laid flowers for the 128 people killed in one of the city's deadliest fires. This marks the start of an official 3-day mourning period in the country. The BCOS website is live. Kindly visit us at www.bcostv.com. You can also watch us on GoTV, channel 134, and on StarTimes, channel 113. Now, before I go, late night outing is conducive to criminality. Do not keep late nights. That's news around the world. Many thanks for watching. Good night.